Homeschool mom here, and I've been thinking through this. So I've been reading this novel, Admission. Now, it is a fictional story, but is literally in direct response to the 2019 SAT-ACT huge Varsity Blues scandal where like 50 celebrities and their kids basically got pulled up to court for cheating on SAT and ACT grades, where they all like fake disabilities for them to get extra time, for them to feel pressure to get into all these schools. So all of them have this mentality of like, my kids need to be the best and they need to be the top of their class, or I'm going to feel shame as a parent or as a celebrity if my kids don't get the best, the top. And this is a lot of thinking and thoughts that I have had, because being a homeschool mom, I want my kids to be successful, and I want them to do well in life, and I want them to be great citizens, and I want them to be great members of society. But am I willing to risk my kids cheating on a college exam test in order to fulfill those things? And obviously, no, I wouldn't want that. But it just makes me think about the pressure of school, of college, of getting into these colleges, of being successful. And this all kind of stems from last week. Somebody asked me on my TikTok, how can my kids be successful if they're homeschooled? Like they're equating, like, if you're homeschooled, therefore you can't be successful. And this brings up another great point, because I went to Google today to think, okay, well, maybe this was in 2019. This is pre-2020. Maybe people don't cheat on these tests. Or maybe there isn't a pressure. Maybe they're laxing all of these standards. And actually, if you go on Google, around 2,000 to 2,500 scores are being flagged every year for suspicious activity. So clearly there's still a push for people to do so well and be so successful, and to feel shame if they don't succeed in life. And this is kind of a huge issue for me, where I don't want my kids to feel that pressure. I want them to feel alive and creative and fun and confident. And if they walk away from being homeschooled with me and they feel pressured and they feel shamed and they feel belittled and they feel like they can't do anything or they're not good at stuff, like, that's not the goal. The goal is for them to feel loved and safe and happy and secure, and they can learn anything they want. They can go and teach whatever they want. They can go and succeed in whatever they want. They can go and be whatever they want. And so that is the ultimate goal. I would say in general, the general consensus that I see is the only way that you can have success in life is if you do the traditional way of like going to a top level school to get a top level degree, to get a top level job, to then get a 401k, and then you're successful. And me and my husband, I've talked about this before, me and my husband are like the prime example why that actually isn't the only way. And both me and my husband are college educated, but yet we are self-taught in our businesses, and we're able to pay all of our bills from just our creativity and our being self-employed through construction and home renovation and art and creativity. And that's something I just want to encourage you guys as parents. Maybe your kids are little now, so you don't really feel that pressure, but once they enter middle school, high school, and they get this pressure mentality, this anxiety mentality, and a lot of my daughter's friends are going through this, like, what college should I go to? What pressure? And everybody needs to get the good grades, and everybody needs to do this. And there's a lot of this weight carrying on their shoulders. And so that's something that I really want to address in my family, to make sure that my kids know, hey, there's so many ways to be successful in life. And I am going to be equally as proud of my kids. If they decide to go to college, great. If they decide to run a business, great. If they decide to go into the trades, if they just decide to be a great human and use their abilities for good and bring good into this world, I'm going to be proud of them. So those are my big thoughts today on this book and other mentalities of this pressure mentality that's really in our society, and not just in America, in many countries of the world, it's like this. So I would love to hear your thoughts on academic pressures, on stress, on college admission, and much love, guys. See me on thefunschoolers.com if you want to see more homeschooling resources. All right, guys.